Last Sunday, our special music was that great old hymn, Be Thou My Vision, played by Michael Curcio on violin and Whitney Williams on piano. The song, according to the Royal Irish Library, traces its roots back to a poem as early as at least the 600s or 700s. In fact, the first and last verses in our hymnal are almost verbatim translated from the Irish Gaelic language. It wasn't long before that when St. Patrick became the first Christian missionary to Ireland in the 5th century. So the message of this song dates back almost as far as some of the earliest documents and liturgies that we have in Christianity. Now, Michael Curcio, who played the song last Sunday, shared with me a little secret about why he likes that song so much. When he and Mary Catherine were married years ago, they arranged with the pastor that the very last thing to be done, as the newlyweds were walking out and the bridesmaids and groomsmen were exiting in what we call the recessional, they were doing so to the sounds of Be Thou My Vision. For Michael and KK, the only way they could ever become their very best as individuals, as a couple, and eventually as a family was if they made that song into a life that they lived. So many years ago, I was one of the pastors at a large metro church in Memphis where I did a lot of weddings. Young couples there were always glad that my premarital counseling and the things that we did in the rehearsal and wedding were visibly connected to their Christian faith. Those things, I am convinced, made an impression on them and gave them the best opportunity for a meaningful and lasting marriage and family. Some of those couples made quite an impression on me. Brides and grooms often had ideas of how they wanted to make the service meaningful and faith-based. Some treasured how a unity candle was a visible reminder of what had just happened with the vows and the declaration of marriage. Others would light another candle for a grandparent or a parent whose recent passing meant they couldn't attend the wedding. The lighted candle meant that their loved one's presence was still felt by all who knew them. But one couple, Kelly and Chris, had an impact that now over 15 years later, I remember it like it was yesterday. The two had met while serving as counselors at a Christian youth camp, so faith was key to their relationship from the beginning. When we were planning the wedding ceremony, Kelly and Chris, like most couples, wanted to let the pastor pick all the ingredients, but Kelly said, "I do have one request. When I come into the chapel, instead of the traditional wedding march or canon in D, would you please have the congregation stand and sing the hymn, Crown Him with Many Crowns?" She saw me give that sort of look as I said, "I'd like to hear more about that, Kelly." She said, "For my bridal entrance, I want everyone focused not on me, but on Christ. Christ is the reason we are there, and He means everything to us." Chris, the groom, was from the Moravian tradition. Now, for Wesleyans, if you remember Peter Bowler's impact on John Wesley, you know how seriously Moravians are about our Christian faith. So when Kelly said, "Crown him with many crowns," Chris proudly said, "Pastor, that would mean everything to us." How about you? Have you sincerely asked God to be your vision, to guide your life steps so that the path you take leads toward His very best for you, for your marriage or for your family? At life's most pivotal moments, the highs and even the lows, have you seriously pointed your attention and the attention of those around you toward Christ? Will He be the one that you gladly offer every crowning achievement in life? If you're not there yet, it's okay. Please stick around, because here we are all growing in our faith and in our love for God. And we're so glad to be doing that alongside you.